Veteran Services has a special situation we'd like to have them fill you in. Chart the Geauga County Veteran Services. They're going to do a little presentation.
So my name is John Brickman. I'm with the Geauga County Veteran Services. Just one of the service offices. Every county in Ohio has one. This is John Rita. He's the president of the Veteran Service Commission that oversees the Veteran Service Office. If you haven't been by our office, you should come and see us. Every veteran here has a story, and they're very unique. And we would like to share a story with you about a local Geauga County veteran. Mr. Bill Maiden, please come on up.
In World War II, America fought two enemies. In my glasses, I think I need new ones. Who told their soldiers that they were supermen because of their race. The racial experiments of Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan failed utterly. And they failed in part due to the bayonets, bombs, and bullets of black American war fighters. They not only helped defeat tyranny overseas, they thoroughly discredited a poisonous philosophy deeply held and long defended by elites here at home. For a generation, this philosophy justified bigotry, racism, and segregation. This philosophy is why allowing blacks to serve in the Marine Corps was called an experiment. It was an experiment. It didn't last long. Before the end of the war, the Marine Corps Commandant at the time said the experiment was over. The men trained at Montford Point were Marines, period. The Commandant had witnessed firsthand black Marine fighting hand-to-hand combat during the Battle of Saipan. He saw what other white Marines saw, and he saw what the Montford Point Marines already knew, that they had the right stuff and they could live by a code and that they could meet the highest calling of the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. Montford Point remained open for another 5 years at the end of World War II. It continued preparing young black men for war, giving them the tools that they needed for the challenge of military service. Those were some excerpts of the original remarks delivered by the Honorable John Boehner, former Speaker of the House, in June of 2012, when the Montford Point Marines were presented the Congressional Gold Medal in Washington, D.C. Attending the ceremony that day was one of Geauga County's very own Montford Point Marine, and today we are privileged by his presence, Mr. William Maiden, or as he likes to be called, Bill. It was brought to the attention of the Geauga County Veterans Service Office earlier this year that due to an unfortunate, I said I need new glasses here, car accident after attending a celebration for veterans at a local church. Bill had lost his Congressional Gold Medal and was interested in requesting a replacement. Now, originally, it took an act of Congress 62 years to recognize these Marine warriors. I'm happy to report that while it still seemed to take an act of Congress to order a replacement, it did not nearly take as long. Without further ado, I'm honored and considered the privilege to present William with his replacement medal. see you. And this is the medal. Very nice. I'd like to congratulate you on behalf of myself and all veterans.
I want to thank you very much.
Bill would like a word. Bill?
I am so happy this day, one of the happiest days of my life. If you'll, I'm a little bit unsteady right now, but if you'll forgive me, we made appeal for this medal, and wasn't quite sure what, I didn't hear from the Montford Point Division. And when John called and asked if I was going to be at this service today, I wasn't. I would have no idea that this is part of what it was about. I am so grateful to the Veterans Group and all who was instrumental in helping it to recover it. Accidents happen, and after I didn't hear from the Montford Point Association, I said, I wonder if they think I sold the medal or something.
It is quite heavy.
I would
work a lot.
I would not have done that because I'm proud of the medal myself. I was happened to be a part of the Montford Point Marines, and we served to the best of our ability. We did what we were assigned to do, which that's all any of us could do. Was part of the 11th Ammunition Company, and we trained just as vigorously. And since we were among the first Afro-Americans admitted to the Marine Corps in 1942, with orders by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, then our drill instructor seemed to have felt that he had to drill us a little bit harder in getting us processed, because we had to live up to the repetition of what the Marines stood for. But you know, I don't regret for 1 minute the training that I got there. It has followed me through life, and it is beneficial today. One of the proverbs that I live by is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Now, He brought us into this world, He will take us out. But He has a purpose to fill for us while we're here. So, part of that purpose will be to be in the Marine Corps at that time. And being poor, having grown up in the South, I would not have had the opportunity to go to school to college beyond the high school. But having gone into the Marine Corps, and we had the GI Bill of Rights, there it was. I fell into it, which was a blessing to me. And it has followed me up to this very point. And I'm thankful to the organization. I'm thankful to the Lord for being able to be present here today. A week from this Sunday, I will turn 94 years old. And I'm grateful.